Li Qiang's rise in Chinese politics has been quiet but significant. Once a close aide to Xi Jinping and Zhejiang, Li now serves as China's premier. In a system long dominated by Xi, Li's growing responsibilities mark a subtle shift in power. His role could reshape the country's economic and diplomatic strategies. When Xi Jinping became General Secretary in 2012, he consolidated power by sidelining rivals. Li Qiang, the previous premier, saw his authority gradually stripped. The State Council lost influence, while Xi centralized economic decision-making under party control. But now, Xi is aging and adapting his leadership style. He still holds ultimate authority, but more of the day-to-day governance is being entrusted to trusted deputies like Li Qiang. This shift suggests a new phase in Chinese leadership, one that could bring more technocratic management back into play. Li Qiang is emerging as a strong figure, especially in economic policy. Since becoming premier in 2023, he has shared more high-level meetings than any premier in recent memory. These are not just ceremonial, they're shaping China's national agenda. What's more, new internal rules now give Li more autonomy. The revival of the Premier's work meeting gives him unprecedented tools to act decisively, without waiting for broader consultations. This makes him a key executor of Xi's broader vision. The Premier now hosts special study sessions to shape policy direction. Like Xi's Politburo sessions, these allow Li to spotlight his priorities, usually economic reforms, private enterprise support, and pro-growth strategies. His focus is pragmatic, not ideological. Observers who've met Li recently describe him as more confident and direct. Where he once stuck to scripted remarks, he now engages openly, suggesting greater control and comfort in his role. He also seems to genuinely listen to feedback from businesses and economists. Importantly, Li doesn't challenge Xi. He reinforces Xi's authority while quietly shaping outcomes. This makes him more effective than his predecessor, who occasionally signaled disagreement. Xi appears to reward loyalty paired with competence. Li is becoming China's key point of contact in international diplomacy. He's visited more G20 countries in 2 years than Li Qiang did early in his terms. That suggests Xi trusts Li with global messaging and negotiation, especially with the US. This doesn't mean Li is running the show, but it does mean he's interpreting Xi's broad directions into specific policies. His past record in provinces like Shanghai shows a pro-business approach. That experience could now guide national economic responses. Recent economic policies have taken a noticeable pro-growth turn. State Council announcements under Li's leadership have triggered market optimism. Xi claims credit, but the operational steps often come from Li's team. Li's study sessions emphasize consumption, capital markets, and competition, marking a clear difference from the national security focus of Xi's meetings. This balance might help restore investor confidence and domestic demand. Li's past missteps, like the delayed COVID lockdown in Shanghai, show he follows orders. But they also prove he's willing to balance economic and political risks, an asset to Xi as long as he stays in line. Xi might also be elevating Li to manage internal power balances. With aides like Tiki growing in influence, having Li from a different faction helps Xi retain control. Quiet rivalry between allies keeps power from concentrating in any one deputy. Looking ahead to 2027, when the next party congress takes place, Li's political survival will depend on Xi. If he stays in favor, he might continue as premier or rise even higher. His network and competence make him a top contender. Li's low-profile approach, no flashy jets, no press conferences, may be strategic. It signals humility and alignment with Xi's leadership, helping him maintain political longevity in a high-risk environment. At the core, this story is about governance. Xi holds ultimate power, but effective governance needs operators like Li Qiang. As long as Li continues to deliver, his influence is likely to grow, even in a system built to spotlight only one man. The Chinese system remains opaque, but the signs are there. Meetings chaired, policies implemented, reforms announced, all point to Li's growing centrality. Quietly but surely, he matters again. If you appreciate in-depth, independent analysis like this, please consider supporting our work. Your donation helps keep our research going and ensures we can continue bringing nuanced geopolitical insights to the public.